It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Seahawks, leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Seahawks and the Rams.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good start. One play, 10 yards. First down, Rams. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Murray. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Murray now to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact,
he's got a man complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll look to throw. Going right back to Fant. Touchdown! Noah Fant, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is what they have to tell themselves. Don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's third and a few inches. Play fake, Murray. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he is going to have a Rams first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 7-7, our score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. 7 yards there and a first down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. Oh, nice move. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Touchdown! Jonathan Mingo from 19 yards away. And the Rams have taken the lead.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Seahawks at 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating team.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Got him in. It's Brown. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Here's Murray from midfield.
That's caught by Mingo, right side.
7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Rams.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Second and 5.
Murray now.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
First down, Rams.
Murray now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Murray to air it out again. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Jahan Dotson
From 3 yards out.
and the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Seahawks take back over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back at 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 18 Pioneer. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw again. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So we've come to halftime.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Walker.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Rams' 26-yard line.
Looking to throw. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Smith and Jigba with the grab.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Walker looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown, Seahawks. From a yard out.
And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
At the 25-yard line.
He completes this one to Mingo.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Meanwhile, Murray's and this throw brought in here by Mayer.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down, Los Angeles.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down, Rams.
Going right back to Akers.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Here we go.
2nd down and 8. Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's taken down right away at the 39-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw.
Now he's free at the 35.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
This is Fant on the short completion. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Rams.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At the
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Walker once more. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll look to throw here. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Seahawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away.
And he returns this to the 22. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. He has Mayer complete.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
To throw is Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Back to throw, Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Ross on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Murray to throw.
That one downfield for Dotson.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
So in a teaching moment here, overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down of the process. They're going to look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that one's going to come up short. Low throw.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Rams are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
And he will take